Welcome everybody back to the live stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. What's up, Jacob Tanjay? Thank you, brother. I know you missed last week, but you were out with your beautiful wife on a special occasion. Appreciate you and Michael Beat Your Life, man. The NTZ crew. Shout out to my old heads first. There's RC and Jax. I see I Love the Chine on here. What's up, Leroy Day? Any new people joining the live stream for the first time today? Anybody who's catching me on replay, thank y'all so much. I really, really appreciate it. The peso is 54.72. It's inching back up. So I guess it's going to stay around that 54 for a while. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day if you're in the Philippines or anywhere where it's already Valentine's Day. We're going to buy a small cake, around here for the family. We don't really have a whole lot planned. And Valentine's Day is every day over here for me, believe it or not. I think a lot of people misinterpreted my vlog yesterday about I don't chase women I stopped chasing women in the Philippines. And it's not because I don't have any chase left in me. A lot of people got it, but a lot of people didn't. It's because there is no chase. When a woman is interested in you over here as a foreigner, there is no chase. They've taken the chase out of the process. Okay, and they made it easy. You're trying to chase somebody to standing still. And I just don't find that appealing anymore. That's why one guy, he had a brilliant comment. He said, you're right. He said, but my challenge now is to remain loyal to one woman over here. See, that was brilliant because that's what my challenge is. There's no chasing over here for us, guys. Look, I don't know if it's possible for a foreigner to have a normal relationship over here because our foreignness is going to supersede everything else. She's going to see you as a foreigner first. What's going on, Bond? James Bond. Vegas, yeah. Hey, Nante Crew says, I love you all. Hey, David says, good to see you, Cal. Shout out to Crew, wishing everyone well. Thank you. And remember, February 25th is official. If you're anywhere around and you want to stop in to meet and greet, you're welcome. And there's no invitations. Just come around. It's free. They have good food there, but you got to get there early because I believe it's only for like 40 people or something. But the good thing about it is they've got a restaurant there. So if we run out of food, just go there and order you something. But if you really want food, get there early. There's Michael Beat Your Life. I know him and his beautiful girlfriend are coming. I had a panel on here, and I sent the guys the links. Two new guys that I thought would really be interested. One guy, he just left the Philippines. He was here for 3 months, and he said he found out a way. He was only spending $700 per month. And I was like, wow, we want to hear your story because a lot of guys, that's what we're on. We're on that page, But he sent me a picture. He eats at a lot of carinderias, those little outside cafes that are so prevalent here in the Philippines. But we're just going to talk about, there's always a topic. But of course, this is your live stream. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. Just put it over here. But we're going to talk about some foreigner etiquette in the Philippines. We can't just come over here and act like we're running the place. I think it's some etiquette that should be shown on our behalf so we don't look like just outright assholes, to be honest with you. I'm not going to jerks. We got to show a little humility, respect. But the first thing on the list was, don't criticize the country in front of Filipinos, no matter how evident it is. Yeah, I mean, we're guests. So imagine if I invite you over my house and the whole time you're there, you're pointing out everything bad about my house, giving me unwanted suggestions about what I should do to make it better, and you're talking about my wife. I'm not gonna ask you back. But you see that all the time, and we do that a lot of times without even knowing it. Because I do it. I have to stop myself. Marilyn, she'll tell you, I'll be like, man, it's damn slow over here. Everything y'all do is slow, and then I just catch myself. Because, I don't really know this place, man. They got their own culture. Yeah, he said, our foreignness is hilarious. But it's true, you always be foreign over here. Well, that's the first thing they're going to see. So I'm saying, will we ever be able to have a normal relationship? I say no, only down the road. It takes some time. But there's plenty chase left in me. There's just no chase over here, guys. They've taken it out. It's too easy. So you know that it's really not that easy under normal circumstances. So that's a red flag. You know that something comes along with that. But it's just not appealing to me anymore. When I first came over here 14 years ago, I wanted it easy. I had my easy button out, man. I was punching that damn thing. I was having 2, sometimes 3 women a day. But as I've gotten older and I'm behind the scenes, I see a lot of stuff that you guys don't see. I see it for what it is, man. And I'm like, I don't want that anymore. So I'm just going to stick with what I got and try to make it work. That's the challenge for me. But no, I got plenty chase in me, man. I'm in good shape to be 59 running 60. What's up, Gregory Goodman? Thanks for that super chat. Super sticker, rather. Yeah, but I don't think that it should be difficult either, no matter where you are, to enter into a relationship with a woman. But damn, it shouldn't be that easy. I mean, I've never seen it as easy as it is over here. There's something behind that. So, and remember, one monkey don't stop no show. Just because I said I didn't like it ain't gonna stop nothing. It's been going on long before I was born, long after I died. I was just sharing with you my story. See, when I get up in the morning, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. But it just came across my mind. I was like, wow, it's just too easy over here. Something's going on, man. It's intentional. So I don't want it, So if I could, I love the Philippines. I really do, man. I'm a man. Of course, I'm going to need a woman. But if all of a sudden I find myself single, I'm not going to get on a plane and go back home. But, this just showing up and that's all it is. Everything's already fixed and, it's like they're cheating. You go to play the basketball game and, the rims on this end are, 6 inches bigger than the rims you're shooting on. And it's just, they put salt in the game, man. But we're so blind that we don't see it and we don't want to see it. But so I thought I'd just talk about it. It's not a dating vlog because I won't do that anymore. It's not a vlog talking about Filipinos. It was talking about me. Anton says, I got fussed at for talking about Jollibee. Well, you woman? Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to do that, man. It's just some etiquette that we have to show over here. That Filipinos gonna welcome you, man. They're friendly anyway, but you can turn them off pretty quick too by putting them down. Another thing I got on here is look people in the eyes when you speak, and speak to them, not at them, and certainly don't speak down on them, even if they don't look you in the eye. It was one of the very first lessons I learned in the insurance business. My manager went with me on my first appointment, and then after it was over, he critiqued me. I was hot because He really made me mad. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make it in his business until you learn to look people in the eye. He said they respect you more when you do that. They can trust you. Tall Barber said, good morning, Cal and the crew. Hey, Cal, do they celebrate Valentine's Day or is just here stateside? No, they celebrate it here, but it's not as big. Remember, Valentine's Day is second only to Christmas, I believe. It's either second to Christmas or third behind Halloween, the amount of money. I'm pretty sure it's second that we spend over there. They don't spend nearly as much over here for it. But yeah, they observe it. I saw down by the bus terminal, a lady had a stand out front and she was selling these bouquets of flowers and different things like that. Yusuf says, am I the only one who dislikes Valentine's Day? A lot of people, I would always, it's just a gesture really, because every day it should be Valentine's Day. I would, before the end of the night, I'd have to run home because I was an insurance agent. I was always outside ripping, running. I'd make sure to stop by Kroger and get a little bouquet of flowers and a little box of chocolates or a card or something like that. But hell, I'm paying the rent. I'm buying the food. I'm doing everything like that. So every day is Valentine's Day. Okay, James Bond. He said, getting that SRV expanded courtesy visa for the family and me. This is for veterans who want to live in the Philippines long term. Yeah, that's a good SRV. They all are. The Philippines has the best SRVs on the planet, man. Like I said, remember I told you about the genius that's all over the world, and the Philippines is no exception. The way they've set up their SRV is genius. You don't buy it really, man. You put up a deposit. They really just giving it to you. They're saying, okay, but we're going to give this to you, but we want to make sure that you're not going to be a ward of the state. You're not going to cause us any problems. So deposit the 10,000, 20,000, 1,500, whatever it is. But I think it's a brilliant idea. The long-term stay visa is brilliant. And it's genius to me. It brings in billions and billions of pesos every year. C.D. Morrissey says the Filipinos want a better life, and we expats are the best ticket to ride, so they come after us. Yeah, that's obvious, but I'm just saying that's not my point. My point is I don't like it like that anymore. Some people like it like that. And just because I don't like it don't mean anything. That don't mean it's going to stop or anything like that. It's just that I like to make people aware of certain things when they come over here. Because a lot of my viewers have never been here before. They don't know what they're facing when they get over here. Man, you got these beautiful young women. They basically just lay down and say, hey, you can have me, but I'm letting you know there's something behind that. It's too easy. Okay? Remember, they're brilliant. This genius. Okay? And that's a part of it, guys. What's up, brother? Hey, Robert. Maryland is going to, I finished the first story, guys. Here's what I'm going to do. And it's a fact. And Maryland's reading it now, my first story. What I'm going to do is, the first book I'm writing is going to be called Unspoken Agreement, Stories of Love and Betrayal in the Philippines. And these stories are going to be based on true stories, but of course, just based on true stories. They're any resemblance or anything like that is strictly coincidental, just to protect the innocent and all of that. But I finished the first one. It's called The Setup. And I'm going to have about 5 or 6 in this first book. And then I'm going to put it on sale. And what I'm going to do is the proceeds are going to go, part of the proceeds are going to go toward my electronic community pantry and my 1,000 peso pandemic giveaway drawing. I set a goal. I want to at least sell 1,000 copies, which I believe I can because these are good stories. They're going to be great stories. I'm not just going to sit down. I take pride in stuff like that. I fancy myself a writer. And I pushed through this thing in 2 days because I'm not feeling well. But that's part of that sexual transmutation that I was talking about on that short idea. See, that I learned from Napoleon Hill. See, I switched my thoughts from sex to writing this book, man. And it's like the stuff is just pouring out. I just sat there, man, and idea after idea was coming out of me. Okay, because I guarantee you, if I was feeling normal and we were having our regular sexual, encounters, I wouldn't have one page written off that book. But it's coming together. Robert Dame, I want to thank you because he got on my case about that. Okay, I love what John says. I think it's second to Christmas, in the States, as far as how much we spend. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because we spend a lot on women, man. Will Sutton says, good morning, Cal, the NTZ crew and the Sunshine Shoulders community. I really hope these guys show up, man, because the one guy, Scott, he's here and he's down in Camogie Island. He bought property down there, him and I think it's either his wife or his fiance. But he's the cousin of Les Brown. He works with Les Brown. And I just thought having him on here would be interesting, man. Because where he lives, that's a beautiful place. It's just a small, I think one of the smallest occupied islands in the Philippines. I've been there one time in 2010. No, 2011. Timothy White says, I am Boonchild from Tyler, Texas. Oh, man, I was just looking at something on Facebook. It had Earl Campbell, and back in 2016, he had met Jalen Hurst and Patrick Mahomes. Tactics TV. Timothy White, my first visit to the Philippines was in 1987. He said, great title, brother. Yeah, I'm going to push it through. My goal is to finish these stories because I got thousands of stories in my mind. I just want to make them interesting and entertaining and have like a little, message in there somewhere. I really am satisfied with this first story, the setup. And they're short stories, so I'm going to do like 5 or 6 of them. And, see, here in the Philippines, believe it or not, the first time I ever came here, because I wrote a book before. It's called 30 Days to Life, A Miracle Waiting to Happen. And for each day, I had a principle. And I took it to Kinko's, and they just gave me like a little paperback covering with the title and everything. I bought it over here, and the woman that I met over here, she took it somewhere and got a book made out of it, man. But of course, when I was getting my stuff through my divorce, my wife had thrown it in the garbage can. I mean, this book was nice. It was like a royal blue with gold writing. It was unbelievable. I mean, she shocked me when she did that because she really liked the book. I had stuff in there like I'm falling and I can't get up. No, but I'm getting back up. It's something about failure. Shouldn't stop you. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times. Stuff like that. Hey, SL Kid says, as a black man from Boston, Massachusetts, I want to thank you, brother, for opening up my eyes to the possibilities overseas. I'm leaving Babylon. You're welcome, brother. I even visited Boston, that Tall Ship Festival, when I was in the Navy, and I met this young lady from Jamaica. Remember that song, Somebody Else's Guy? We was in the club. I asked her to dance off that. That was like the hit song then. And we hit it off, and she was from Jamaica. And man, she had this, she called it truth serum at her house. It was rum. And I'm like, yeah, because, I thought of myself as, I'm a Viking. I'm in the Navy, I drink every damn day. I even drink on Sunday. And man, she gave me this stuff, man, I don't remember nothing. All I remember was her waking me up, leading me toward the taxi, telling the taxi where the ship was docked. Jeffrey Taylor said, that's a brilliant idea. Thank you, brother. It says sexual transmutation. I've taken my mind off sex. Because sexual energy, guys, is the most powerful force on the earth. It's the driving force behind all life. If you can somehow rechannel it and redirect it, man, you will be shocked, man. It'll create genius where there is no genius. And I know it all sounds spooky because you've never been told about it. You know, some people are born with a genius, man, but the sexual transmutation is real, man. Kamal says, I once dated a Jehovah's Witness and learned the hard way. Now, this is funny. Not everyone celebrates Valentine's Day. Yeah, because one of my best friends here, he's Jehovah's Witness, and he doesn't celebrate it. And I said, you know, you don't have to celebrate it. You're still going to be alive. I mean, you can take your woman out to dinner, let her celebrate it. You don't have to celebrate it. Because my daughter's a Jehovah's Witness. Dana Milton says, hey, Cal, how are you doing today? I'm a lot better. I'm a whole lot better than I was yesterday. I've been drinking this lemon concoction. It's just fresh lemons cut in slices, put in a cup, pour either hot water or lukewarm water on there, let it soak for about 5 minutes and drink it. It's really helped me. But yeah, anybody that has any travel concerns or questions, Dana Milton's the guy to do it, man. You know, I sent a lot of people to him. I trust him. He's been doing it, I guess. I forgot how many years he said. I think, what it was, 25 or 30. Dana, which one? Yeah, you're right. I love the time. Spent a lot of money on that. He said, I think Mother's Day is second to Christmas. No, this Valentine's Day, man. You know, we be trying to buy pussy, man. You know, a man's going to buy pussy one way or the other. You know, and we love our mothers, but I think we love pussy a little bit more. Tactic CV says, I want 2 wives. Be careful what you wish for, man. You can't handle 2 of these young women over here. You may think you can, but you can't really. Physically or mentally. They'll drive your ass crazy. He said, which Les Brown are you referring to? Not the musician, but the motivational speaker, Dana. And I thought it would just be interesting. What's up, Jabraz? He said, good morning, Cal. I appreciate the real nitty gritty. Let me get back. Let me say something else, okay? Something else to kind of show some foreign etiquette over here is, you know, asking a neighbor first to do the work for you that you need done in your apartment, in your house, whatever. Ask them first. It may be somebody right around you who can do it instead of you going out getting a professional, because you're going to help, man. You know, it's funny if you see somebody over here, like I paid a guy the other day to install my security lights on the roof that had went out. Both of them had went out. I wasn't going to call the engineer. I'd ask the engineer and say, hey, you got a ladder? Because hell, I would have did it. But I went on and asked him to do it. Because it would be strange if he saw somebody else over here doing that. I just think it's good etiquette myself, you know. He also did, we had a leak from one of our pipes, you know, that elbow, and he went in and put some more silicone on it. Hey, Robert White, nice to see you, brother. He said, and this is a brother who, him and W of W Secrets of Success, they're probably the only 2 guys who really came over here that I seen strictly for business. They didn't look out of place. They didn't look weird. They just were over here on business. They wasn't chasing nothing. He says, hey, brother Sunshine, you're correct about the chase. You really have to pace yourself when you come to the Philippines. It can be very time consuming. Plus, there are feelings involved. I'll see you soon. Yeah, press the like button, guys. Yeah, come on. But my whole thing is, I see it for what it is now. And it's not appealing to me. It's fixed. You know, when I first came over here, it was so little I knew. I was so naive. I actually thought these women really liked me, because I was telling everybody at home, like, man, I need to get on these Filipino dating sites. These women are serious about finding somebody and this and that, not realizing, man, the game is fixed, man. He says, are you familiar with Samar? I'm familiar with Samar. One of my foreign friends over here, his wife is from Samar. I've seen several documentaries on Samar. It's one of the poorest areas in the Philippines. A lot of the bar girls that you see up in English City, Subic Bay, are from Samar because they're also some of the most beautiful women. But it followed one lady who was a bar girl from Samar. It followed her trade, her path to Manila. And then, she would come back to the province, for a few weeks, give the money to her mother, and then go back. Yeah, that truth serum, man, it was real. Because I'm like, yeah, I drink on Sundays, lady. You can't, I drink you under the table. Because remember, I grew up in my father was a preacher. He say, oh, you don't drink on Sunday and blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Now realizing, hell, he's drinking wine on Sunday when nobody's looking. But anyway, that was supposed to be a big sin. Murdering somebody wasn't all that bad, but don't drink on Sunday. Timothy Carter said, I'm trying to remember how to greet elders, like the hand to the forehead now. It's called mono something. Yeah, you go like this, but I got something like that on here, but I just say, yes, ma'am, no, sir, when it's appropriate. You have to respect elders over here because this isn't the West, man. Filipinos really respect their elders. I mean, they got a discount card. They got a senior citizen program over here. It's really second to none. If they had this over in America, man, it would save so many seniors, man, a ton of money. I mean, everywhere they go, it's 20% off. You just flash that card, they write it down, they put it into the bill at the hotel, everywhere. They get the front, go to the front of the line. It's all of that, man. I mean, it's genius, really. Hey, James Bond, thanks for that super sticker. He said, what's the exchange rate today? It's 54.72. But I'm hoping this guy, maybe he doesn't remember the time change, and his name is Michael. But he said he lived to 3 months at $700 per month. Yeah, he says, there's a witness sitting 10 feet from me now. He doesn't celebrate Christmas either. Pooh Bear says, hey, Cal, whose wedding was it that Buck attended there? There was a guy by the name of Anthony. They're like best friends now. They met on my channel. Anthony, he's another one of them guys, he's got self-discipline down pat. He's got a good job, and, he married believe it or not, the woman he's married to bought him an SUV for his birthday or for Christmas or something. Can't remember. W Secret says, sounds like she gave you a Mickey drink. No, it was wrong. I was tore up, man. I do remember, her saying, oh, you two, we just met. I just remember her saying that. Because I'm once it started doing its job, I'm taking off clothes. I'm sorry. And then I could kind of use that as an excuse. But she was a nice girl, but I wasn't going to have her unless I stayed in Boston, because it wasn't long after that she got all about me, man. It kind of hurt me. We exchanged a few letters because she worked at, I believe it's called Thomas Edison Electric in Boston. Tell me if I'm wrong, anybody out there in Boston. Renee Gemini says, I'm a legend in my own mind, but my sexual energy is a diversion. Sexual energy is powerful. It's the most powerful force on earth, really. We've got that at our disposal, but we only use it. The only outlet we give it is the physical outlet. I'm proof, man, because, we haven't done anything in 3 days because I'm not myself. And my mind hasn't even been on sex. Okay, I focused it toward this book, man. And boom, I went through this first story already, getting ready to set, getting ready to start the second story. I'm gonna do about 5 or 6, depending on how long they are. And I hope to have them by the meet and greet. I can have some there for sale. My goal is to sell at least 1,000, and then I'll start on my next one, because I've got thousands of stories in here. But this one is called Unspoken Agreement: Stories of Love and Betrayal in the Philippines. They're based on true stories, but really, you know, there's no real names. There's, you know, I've changed a lot of stuff, so the stories aren't true. Hey, Hollywood, baby, my favorite farmer in Atlanta. He said, hey, Cal, I caught you live tonight, bro. Give us the good stuff. Yeah, I'm through with the chase over here, because there is no chase. That's my point on that. It's not because I don't have any chase in me. I do. But there's no chase over here. They made it too easy. I'm talking about the women who like me, the women who seem to like us. They made it too easy. It couldn't be that easy. Something's wrong. Something's up. Okay, 26 years he's been in it. Hey, Virgilio. Gee, said greetings from the DR. Thanks for the straight talk. I was watching, me and Merlin was watching something about prostitution in the DR. They talked to like 3 different girls, followed them on the beach, and they even talked to a couple of guys who were sex workers there. And he said, Timothy says, I was a Mormon a little while ago. They do Valentine's Day, but don't touch. Yeah. Daniel Milton says, I know Les very well. He used to be a DJ at WVKO radio in Columbus. Yeah, he was one of the early ones that in that genre that really, well, one of the first black men anyway, but Reverend Ike was before him. Okay. But he was one of them that kind of crossed over. Mike Dorsonville said, hey, Cal, I saw Lamar Jackson at the gas station in Pompano Beach, Florida. Very nice guy. He wasn't limping. Yeah, he's very humble, man. He's humble. They need to go on and pay him, though. He's real disrespected in that manner. Yeah, the game is rigged. It's rigged. It's so rigged that it should be a red flag, but we're blind to it. I don't want to make you aware of it, because when you get over here, you're like, wow, look at this beautiful young woman, Everything you say she's going to do. Hey, come on, let's go to the hotel. Come on, okay, yeah. Let's get married. Oh, sure, it sounds like a great idea. I want to be with you forever. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. This is within hours of meeting you, by the way. And I don't want that anymore. It's not appealing to me. It's not going to stop anything, guys. It's what I'm saying. Don't knock me. If you want to come over here and you enjoy, hell, I enjoyed it for how many years? But I think as I've gotten older, because I came over here when I was 45. It's a big difference between 45 and 60. If I'm thinking the same way at 45 as I am at 60, I've wasted 15 years, okay? That's something I'll play off Muhammad Ali. But I've changed, It's not that I don't have any chase in me. I do. You see these beautiful women, but I would love for a woman to just want me over here. I would be able to just, but I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's possible for me to just meet a woman over here and her want me for me, because my foreignness is always going to supersede everything else. The first thing she's going to see is I'm a foreigner. It's going to change everything. Hey, come on. Thanks for that super chat. He said, good morning, Cal. Good morning. Thanks for your support, man. Phil Cooper says, I think you're on to something, Cal. Redirection of the sexual thought process. I get it, and I think it's a good thing. It is. It's powerful. if you take that same energy and redirect it toward achieving your goals, man, you'll be shocked. But you have to believe it first. First, you have to even know about it. Somebody has to teach you about it. We're not interested in stuff like that. You know, we're walking around with Aladdin's lamp in our minds, in our heads. And all we use it for is no more than what a dog or some dumb animal uses for: food, shelter, and sex. It's amazing what you can do up here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, there is no chase. He says you go straight to home base. You know, would you like it, man, if you go to the major leagues and everybody else they pitching full speed, but then it's your time to bat and they walk 5 feet from you and underhand it to you? Come on, man. And then you end up making the all-star team. And do you think you belong in the Hall of Fame? No. Even though they're going to throw all these accolades on top of you, when you go home and shut the door and be in the privacy of your own room, you're going to be like, man, I'm a fraud. I cheated. Hey, Lonnie says, hey, Cal, question for you. Do we need any other documents besides passport when flying to Boracay? No. You need that government ID. I showed my Filipino ACR card, but that's the only thing they ask you for now. Of course, I was there a couple of weeks ago. I was shocked. It's so fast now. Boom. It's faster than it's ever been, even before the pandemic. Because now you don't even need hotel reservations. See, the Philippines, y'all think I'm playing, man. They're progressive, man. They done started, they own to something. And if it's old World War III stuff and it's old World War III talk and all that don't mess everything up, man. It's getting ready to be on over here. But I think that's scaring a lot of people. We need to shut them fools down. No, this is true. He said the Aladdin's lamp is hilarious. No. Whatever you want within reason, man, you can have it. But nobody tells you that. It seems like it's like magic or something. No. How do you think everybody else achieves something? They burn it into their subconscious mind. The greatest of all minds, man, it's so powerful. You have no idea. When you're asleep, it does the breathing for you. When you eat something, the subconscious mind breaks down all the nutrients in the food and sends it where it's supposed to go. Here's Michael, guys. I think he's on her way. Hey, Mike. Okay, yeah, he's supposed to be on here. Hey, Michael, you on here? Yeah, because y'all see that I'm on. Huh? Okay, there he is. He's in America now, guys. So there he is. What's up, brother? But yeah, the subconscious man is the man inside. It's what one book calls it, the man inside. Okay. When you get a cut, it automatically sends help to the wound and everything. You don't have to ask it. It breaks down everything, man, to the very last compound. Okay. It doesn't know the difference between a penny and $1 million. It's going to do whatever you tell it to do. It's going to find the most direct route to whatever it is you're trying to do. Now, remember, it'll take that negative information and do the same thing with it. So be careful what you think about. Hey, Andrew Warren says, hey, Cal and crew, hope you feel better soon. Yeah, I feel a whole lot better today, Andrew. Thank you. Andre, I'm sorry. But you have to understand something, guys. The reason I'm sitting here now, I'm not promoting these books. I'm telling you that I'm just like my ex-wife. She said those books don't work. And I had to agree with her. I said, you're right. They don't work if you don't apply what's in them. Okay. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not promoting. I'm saying I wouldn't be sitting here had I not picked up that Think and Grow Rich, Think and Grow Rich Black Choice. Um, the power of a positive attitude. All the other books that I read. The greatest salesman in the world. All of that stuff, man, I wouldn't be here. It raised my level. It raised my vibration. My thoughts were raised. They were on another plane. I found myself a little big guy from the ghetto in Louisville, Kentucky. I set a goal. I said, I'm going to earn $1 million in 5 years back in 2004. And I did exactly what Og Mandino said. He said, put it up in a book and forget about it. And don't you know, I was well on my way, but I hadn't earned that kind of money before. The first year after I wrote that, I earned $209,000. The next year, $267,000. But by this time, my mind is messed up. I'm like, man, I'm getting lazy. I'm traveling more in the Philippines than I am at home. I don't think he's got a good connection, guys. Glenn Hartwick, here we go. He says, I guess my situation in the Philippines is different. I'm dating a traditional province girl, and I'm having to work hard for her by courting her in the traditional way. You think so? It's because you're 8,000 miles away, Glenn. Once you get over here, she's going to wilt in your hand. And you know why? Because she knows how easy it's going to be for you to get back on the damn dating site and find somebody to do whatever she's not going to do. Okay? Traditional way. That's a red flag. He said, throw underhand pitch to me, automatic home run, too easy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people like it like that because I don't find it attractive or appealing anymore. That don't mean anything, guys. Don't let me discourage you. I don't know what I'm going to talk about when I get up in the morning. It just came across my mind. I said, well, let me put this out there because I've changed, man. I used to love those underhand pitches. The closer you got to me with it, the slower you pitch that ball, the harder I hit it. But now I want you to treat me like everybody else. I want to earn my way in the Hall of Fame based on my ability. Don't give me that plaque if I didn't earn it. Hey, Cal, Tall Barber said, hey, Cal, I heard somewhere that I would have to visit the Philippine embassy and my passport stamped prior to visit. Said it was some new law about a month ago. No, it's not true. I was there less than a month ago, Tall Barber. You getting it straight from the horse's mouth. I was there. Go back in my blogs. You'll see. I was there. For 4 or 5 days, I was there. I showed up. I didn't arrive in Sukata Clan at about 8 o'clock, and I was nervous because I really didn't know what time that last boat, went over to Boracay. So I'm thinking, by the time they check me in and all this, man, I'm going to miss the boat. I went through there so quick that I didn't even have my boat ticket. I had to go back outside to get my boat ticket. I went with the guard saw me and shot me right through there. All you did when you got to the terminal fee, you pay $150 terminal fee and show your ID, $150 environmental fee. Okay. I was supposed to have my boat ticket, but I didn't, so they sent me back outside. It was less than, I'm going to say 5 minutes. Okay. No, it's about 5 minutes. Hey, Michael, so Cal, I got a question for you regarding slowing down. If you had it to do over, would you live alone or with a girlfriend? If I knew now what I knew then, I probably would have lived alone because I did it before. I had a girlfriend one time over here. She stayed in the province. And we would see each other, whenever we wanted to, see each other, which it was a lot. Hell, she might as well stay with me, but she didn't live there. She had no clothes there, nothing. If I say, hey, I'm going somewhere, but what happens to us, Michael, is we're men, okay, and they know that we're not practicing sexual transmutation. And when you see a beautiful woman over here, you think, man, it's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. I better hold on to her.
Yeah.
I can't let her go. So we put her in a cage, which is our apartment or our house, and we follow around everywhere she goes. See? And then, a lot of us, we come over here, we're sexually frustrated. We want sex every night. We want it the minute that, our love comes down. And it's hard to do if she's in the province and you in the hotel. But, that's just how it is. Um, it's just hard. Like I was talking about my last live stream, some of these women over here are just so beautiful, man. It's something you've never seen before, nothing you've ever experienced before. And then they just lay down basically for you. All you gonna go, whew, and they just go back, clothes come off, legs open up. And it's like, what man is going to be able to resist that? Very few. And I'm just telling you the truth. But after a while, you say, well, damn, you don't even know my middle name. You don't even really know anything about me. And, as you get older, and then you say, am I taking advantage of these women? Because under normal circumstances, would they be even interested in me? So why is it so easy? I mean, it's entirely too easy. Okay. Another form of foreign etiquette here, which we want to practice, whether you see them practicing or not, it's giving the right of way on sidewalks and hallways, in elevators, either letting them go on first or come off first. Just being polite, just showing manners, because manners are big in the West. Russ Stoller said, I just recently started watching Living in Philippine videos. I'm sold. I just need to make more money. I get closer to retirement. And that's wonderful, man. This is one of the best decisions I've ever made, was coming over here, believe it or not. That's just a fact. I'm freer here than I've ever been before. I feel that, other than these relationships, people genuinely welcome me here. But somebody's interfering in these relationships. The weather's just wonderful, man. I could open up the window, and then when you can see it behind me, the sun's back out. It's like that just about every day. It goes through its patterns, but the weather, the beaches, the cost of living, if you know what you're doing. It's just so much to do over here. Geechee, that's a Cal, hardest working vlogger in the Philippines, but it's not work, Geechee Line. This is my buddy from Chicago. They said when you love what you do, you'll never work another day in your life. I mean, I don't see it as work. I mean, if I'm going to be a vlogger in the Philippines, and if I can't, with all the content over here, with all of my experience, I've been here on and off for 14 years. If I can't come up with something every day for 10 minutes or less, I don't need to be doing it. I don't need to be doing it. See, you have to pay in advance for what you want. I learned that lesson a long time ago. Long before the YouTube algorithms caught up with me, I had about 200 videos made already. So when I did come across their feed, they were able to click on there and see some videos, some pretty interesting stuff. But I've grown. I can't sit there and talk about, the same stuff, that I did when I started out. I see other new vloggers. That's how you know they're new. Nine things not to do in the Philippines. Stuff I did that in the beginning, but I'm beyond that. I'm in my third year. In August it'll be 3 years. So it's about growth. You got to grow. Let's see. D of J, CNC, D of J, CNC said, laugh out loud. The Beach of Life says that Will Sutton, how's your trip coming along, bro? He's been here, man. I tell you what, he's been here for about 3 months. I think he's leaving this month. I wish he's able to make it to the meet and greet. He's having the time of his life, man. We chat all the time via email. He said, I don't want to pay for a dating site. Well, that's how you get your feet wet. You have to spend that $19.99 or whatever it is. You can't get something for nothing. There's Will Sutton. He says, oh, good. Okay. Beach of Life. I'm heading back to the U.S. Thursday to wrap things up before coming back again soon. I would definitely look into the SRV. Wow, Thursday. A friend of mine, well, he's not really a friend, but he's an associate, man. He left last night. He's kind of chronicling it on Facebook. And you could just see the expression in his face. He doesn't want to leave, but he doesn't have a choice. Robert Dame said, Beach of Life, are you staying true blue to the same girl? She looks sweet as pie, a substantial asset, a real partner. That she is. Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm not, it's just stuff that they're talking about, D of J, CNC, D of J, CNC. By the way, what does that mean? That's a lot. He said, Uncle Cal, what's all this talk of World War III talk about? I honestly don't believe there will be a war. Well, see, I'm 59 going on 60. And every time the United States starts pumping up this enemy like they're doing, and every other day you looking up how they're shooting down a spy balloon, and some general, he's a damn general, man. He goes on social media and says we will, definitely be going to war with China by 2025. And then the Pentagon backs him up, says, yeah, it was a true statement. And I'm like, wow, they didn't shoot it down. I'm like, man, I don't like this talk. Yeah, I would rather, he said, what do you prefer, a home run or a strikeout swing for the pin? Strikeout, but let it be on my own ability, Renee Jimenez. And, I don't want you to give me nothing. What kind of insurance, for a while, it's good. If I was an insurance agent and every house I went into, yes, even before as soon as I walked in, they already had the application filled out, the money right there, and they handed it to me. I didn't have to sit down, and they sent me out the door. What would I have learned if every, my bankroll would have gotten big? I probably got all them awards, but at some point I'll be like, man, this is boring. I'm not learning anything. Okay. And that's really what it would be. Stylus over 60. What's going on, brother? Billy said, if you wanted to meet a higher class of P-Nights, would you rent a condo in Cebu IT? Is that a good place? Well, I don't understand what you're saying. Higher class. I did a video on that, man. All this high value stuff, man, don't count over here. A lot of men, it's still going to be the same way. She's going to see your foreignness first, no matter what class she's in. Okay? It has nothing to do with it. A lot of men who come over here, they're already accomplished, Billy. We don't need a woman to complete us. That's why a lot of times we don't mind dating a woman right out of the province or somebody with a high school diploma or something like that. If we can get along with her, okay, if she's somewhat compatible, because she's not going to be all the way compatible, it's okay. We're high class. You don't want that trouble, man. You don't want that trouble, dude. Okay? Mr. Mo says, I am Bunta Cal. He said, I'm going to the Philippines for the first time in April. I'll be spending most of the time in Cagayan de Oro. Any advice? Yeah, make sure you go to Camigan Island, which one of my guests is there now. He was coming on her I was going to give him some time to talk about his experience over here in the Philippines so far, but he hasn't shown up yet. But I like Cagayan de Oro. Go, Camigan Island is going to be about a 3.5 hour, 4 hour trip. Most of that's going to be on the bus. You go to the port, you catch the ferry. There's that ferry again over to Camigan Island. It's a little small place. It's beautiful, man. You take your woman with you, you're just going to have a romantic time, man. It's a wonderful place. And go to see those. I don't know if it's Dole or if it's the other plantation, pineapple plantation, that's right above Cagayan de Oro. I think it's Bukidnon. You got to see that. What's up, Hybrid 711? New York City King says, let them know, Sunshine, body blue, raised arms, body blue, raised arms, body blue, raised arms. What's that mean? Come on, guys, let me know. You know, I'm old, man. I don't know about that. Bachelor of Science says, live alone, you're going to want space after about 3 months. See, that's the only problem. See, we mistaken clinginess for control. We think they're clingy. No, that's all about control. She wants to know your every move that you're making, man. It gets old when you're 55 or 60 years old. She wants to go everywhere with you. You're her life. She's keeping an eye on you. She knows how easy it is. You know, she knows how easy it is. You don't know. So she's going to keep an eye on you. The minute you step out the house, she's ringing your phone, texting you. Where are you? I'm 10 feet from the house. You know, I just left. You know, he said, what's an SRV? It's a special resident retirement visa. They've got like 4 over here. It's something to look into. The Philippines, I think, has the best system of any of them. Philly, dumb, sad dude, 0007, Uncle Cal. What's up, New Era veteran? Said, what up, Sunshine Shoulders, U.S. Army 82nd vet here. Thank you, brother. You know, I never really saw any action. My ship was involved in action. The jets and the planes on my ship were involved, but I never really came face to face with the enemy. So I got a lot of respect for guys that did. He said, sounds like you're reinventing yourself, Cal. Well, one guy made a brilliant comment. He said, you know, there is no challenge. He said, so the challenge would be to see if you can stay loyal to one Filipino over here. And I thought, man, how brilliant is that? That would be the challenge. Because you're just, you know, you're just knocking them down like that. I could get married every day over here. And I'm not some dude. I look like Daniel Padilla over here. Look him up. I look like Coco Martin or any of those movie matinee idols over here. I don't. But I don't have to. Glenn Hardwick says, I've been learning Visayas to adapt my surroundings. I'm coming for love and to possibly retire here. I'm not running from anything. I just want to relax and enjoy my 4th quarter. And that's a beautiful thing, man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with that. That's a great plan, really. Just be careful. You know, see, this first story that I wrote, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want you to read it. He's basically doing what you're doing. He's all in. He ignored the warnings everybody gave him because they wouldn't understand. See, he was all in when he got here. And it sounds like to me like you're all in. And you have to understand this woman that you're talking to is a complete stranger. Glenn, you know, I wish I had you so I could shake you and I say, man, you don't know her yet. Brian Chase says, tell that guy to your right to blink his eye, Cal. I think he's up and down on you. Well, I think he's got a bad signal. I want to hear his story, man, because uh, he's got a great story, guys. Yeah, I said he's got a difficult. That's a difficult task to choose just one. Oh, okay, he's talking about the women. Yeah, it is. But this gentleman, Michael, in front of y'all, looking at you right now, the time he spent in the Philippines, he lived on $700 per month. I thought that was interesting. That's why I wanted him on here. I'm going to have to remove him probably for right now because, yeah, he'll come back. But, some people like it easy. And easy is good for a while. And then you realize, like, wow, no wonder it's easy. I got to put up with this. You can't even go to the toilet. They're looking for you, and that's all I'm saying, man. It's just not appealing to me. Give me the 90-mile-an-hour screwball, a curveball. And if I swing out, then let me strike out. But that old underhanded shit ain't going to get it for me no more, man. It's not going to get it for me. It's just, they just go like this. Here, Cal. And then some guys, they come over here, they hit that damn thing like they really got a real pitch from Nolan Ryan or some damn bad. And they run around the bases and people aren't even going to try to get them out. They really think they doing something. Like, man, the people ain't even, the guy out in the outfield's holding the ball. It's fixed for you to hit the home run, dummy. Slow down. He said, no woman nowhere's going to keep me on. Yeah, well, see, well, then you got to understand why it's so easy. Well, actually, Travis, we do have some things in common. This is a good question. He said, Calvin, how do you deal with the fact that you don't have anything culturally in common? After you stay over here a while, remember the um that what's that word I used in that uh where eventually you bring her over to your way of thinking and then she's go osmosis. That happens to human beings. So eventually after a while, see, music, you're gonna have uh Maryland we love a lot of the same music. She's got, they love that a lot of the OPM, which is original Filipino music. Then they love a lot of that pop music from like the 80s and 90s. But Maryland loves a lot of R&B now. And every woman I've dealt with, they love R&B. When I went to my wife, when I first went to her house, the first song that she played was Bet You by Golly Wow by the Stylistics. But I think that kind of makes it fresh, Travis. Because you got to be teachable over here. If you're not teachable over here, you're not going. It's not going to work. So you're learning something new every day. That's why I probably haven't been bored as much as you would think I would, because there's always something new. You're always brushing up on your language. You're always trying a new food. You're always going to a new beach or climbing another mountain or you're always meeting somebody else. So that's really like a good part. And he says, but you do have things culturally in common. The Philippines to me is the utopian culture we desire in the West. He makes a lot of sense. This is Michael with this stuff, man. This guy, he's really interesting, man. I wanted him on here. They said that what did he say? The president the other day said Philippines. I think he called Filipinos people of the world or something. I don't know what he meant by that, but I think he meant like we welcome everybody, or we can fit in anywhere. You know, But he called the Filipinos that. But see, the women over here, they're willing to go places they've never been before. They're willing to do things they never did before. He says, after having a hard life, easy sounds like a blessing. It is in the beginning, though. But you pay a price for it. Okay, if it's going to be easy, okay, you're not going to be able to turn down the first few women that you're dealing with. So you're going to end up with the wrong woman. Now, if we all had some type of ESP and we could go out here and pick the easiest, best one out there for us, then we would all do it. And you wouldn't have to go through all the heartache, all the stress and everything that goes along with being with the wrong person. But it's just not like that, Renee. You know, I don't know about anybody else. I won't be henpecked at any age. I've never did. I set that. That's one thing that I said immediately. If I want to get up and leave and go somewhere, I'm going. He said most of these men are delusional. It's not so much that they're delusional, it's just they're just unaware. Khalil, they've just never been here before. That's why we talk about stuff like this. You know, after a while, you're going to be like, man, I don't want that. I might as well just stay with what I got, you know, and hit home runs with her. Brown Chapman says, Calvin, I think that if a beautiful lady from the Philippines tells an average 60-year-old guy that she wants to be with him, it's a wrap. He's hooked. Well, that's what happens. It's too easy, though. We're blinded by her beauty, by her attention, okay? And by that, you know what? By that, you know what? Because she's going to put it on you. There's no Filipino that's on those dating sites that's not going to put it on you and not going to do everything you ask her to do. Frontwards, backwards, upside down. She'll turn around in circles, turn flips, you know. She'll do it with a damn hula hoop. You know, y'all got to understand that. Hey, honey, can you do me a favor? Hand me that drink, my water. My throat. Oh, no. Make me a tea. And, you know, Glenn says, oh, I'm different. You're not different. You're no different. And I guarantee you, if you don't come over here, that woman's going to end up meeting somebody else. And you're going to say this, you're going to show you it's not different. Sammy says, I've heard you telling the guys for a while that's very possible to live here for under $1,000. My cousin lives in apartment downstairs from me. He just got a raise at 907 per month. Been here since March. Yeah, it's possible. But does he have a woman living with him or does he live by himself? That's the deciding factor, Sammy. I think you know. And then especially because one thing that I've noticed, it's been 1 year, almost to the day, since the Philippines reopened from the lockdowns to foreign tourists. And so many, I mean, remember, just 1 year, guys, not two, not three, one. So many of my subscribers have got babies in that 1 year. And if they don't have a baby, the woman is pregnant. See, so there's something to this easy thing. I'm not just talking about anything, guys. Yusuf says, I think our songs get covered so often by Filipino singers that the people there don't know who the originals are anymore. Absolutely. You know, believe it or not, there's so many songs over here. Okay, I'm going to give you a perfect example. The song by George Benson, Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You. He's the original singer and writer of that song. But some white guy came out and it became a runaway worldwide hit. Well, the Filipinos think that he's the original. I played it for Maryland. She was shocked. It's a lot of songs like that, like Whitney Houston's The Greatest Love of All. They didn't know that George Benson was the originator of that. But you're right. But that's how a lot of Filipinos become hip to our music. And remember, we've been coming over here for a long time, guys. We bring that music over here to them. He says, after giving up on dating in the US, I need a few underhand pitches. And I feel you on that. I'm not knocking anybody, man. I've been here for on and off 14 years. I'm behind the scenes. I see a lot of stuff, man, and it's kind of that brought me to where I am today. You see these innocent women that you think are innocent, and you're like, wow, it's shocking to me. And you see it for what it is, and so you say, okay, you can either play along with it now that the game is up. It's like the Wizard of Oz. They done pulled the curtain back. You see there's no wizard, that big ass man all there, but he's still working the damn controls. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. This is that's me. I mean, but and I'm telling y'all, and the Filipinos saying, don't pay attention to that man behind the curtain. See? Thank you. I said lemon.
Tea.
Why?
You said tea.
No.
Tea.
I said the lemon drink, right? But you know what I meant? If I drink that, it's going to put me to sleep.
Give you that.
Yeah, well, just put some lemons in there. No, take that out. Put the lemons in there. Pour that over the lemons. Michael B. Light said, you and your woman need a connection together above the waist, preferably above the neck. And that's going to come in time. But when you land there, she's waiting. And you ain't going to be talking about above the waist, above the neck. It's all going to be below the waist. LA Detroit said, Filipinos' versatility is what makes them the best overseas workers in the world. I have to agree with you. And this is where I got the idea for my community over here, by watching what Filipinos do overseas, especially in my little hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. I don't know what they do over here as far as all they say is a crab in the barrel mentality. When they get overseas, man, they tight. They're not going to let each other fall, man. If somebody needs a job, they're going to give them a job. They'll even introduce you to somebody if you need to be introduced to. Dana said nothing more valuable is easy. But try telling that to a man who's been basically ignored for, so many years. Now, all of a sudden, here comes a 28-year-old woman. Even she may be a single mother, still firm, still feminine, and just says, hey, all you got to do is just buy a ticket and get over here. I'm going to do the rest. It's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. And I'm just telling guys, it's okay for that. It's okay for that. Just know that there's something behind it. Nothing's that easy as they'll make it to be over here. There's something behind it. That's all I'm saying. And to some guys, they like those underhanded pitches. I don't. He said, go with the flow. No, I'm not saying it's not. It's just facts. Geechee, you're a grown man. I'm not going to scare you for that. I'm just telling you what's waiting over here. Is it possible to have a normal relationship here? Or will our foreignness supersede everything? Your foreignness is going to supersede everything. Especially the love starved. You're going to be delusional if you think when you get over here that woman really wants you for who you are. I mean, this is an old story, but we need to talk about it more because a lot of you guys, y'all don't get it. It's not your fancy job and all that, your degree and all of that. You better be able to put food on the table. You better be able to take her to a certain standard that is expected of foreigners over here, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all. He said, shit, no single mothers for me, been there, did that. It's just a matter of choice, dude. But Remember, everything we say we're not going to do, we end up doing over here. Yeah, I never say there was nothing wrong with it. But it's not this easy in America. I tell you that. You know, unless you some type of celebrity, which is what they look at us as over here. Unless you some type of celebrity, then you're going to get it like that. But there's something behind it. Okay? There's something behind it. Yeah, that's always going to be that $1 million question, the $64,000 question. And no one can definitively say yay or nay.
For your lunch is a fish, fried fish.
I can't eat nothing. I don't even have an appetite. I said it's difficult to do it now. You gotta understand inflation is way up. It's double the projections. Okay. You know, pre-pandemic, they were talking about 4.3 or something like that. It's 8.7. It's higher, it's more expensive. Excuse me. Then you got a woman with you. She's got to eat. You're going to buy everything that, that she needs. You're going to do it because why else is she going to be with you? And John Gomez made a great point. He don't want an elephant pussy. Well, how do you know the woman doesn't have an elephant pussy when she's talking to you online? You don't know, but you committed, Glenn. Remember this, Glenn. You committed. You all in with this woman. You don't know who she is for real. Okay? Then you get over here and she got an elephant pussy. You stuck with her. Because you keep saying, oh, she's a Providence girl, like Providence girls are so sweet and innocent. They'll cut your damn dick off. I'm just telling you, man. You know, people think that all these Providence women are pushovers, and they're tough. They're tough, man. I would, if it really came down to it, give me a softer version of the Filipino, which is in the city. And Providence women are hard, man, and what they go through is hard. We need to talk about it more, Geechee Land, because people don't get it. If I have to talk about this every live stream, I will. Here's something else, guys, because the topic is foreigner etiquette over here in the Philippines. How to avoid looking like a jackass over here, looking like you walking with your face in the clouds. When somebody does you a favor here, make sure to return the favor, whether or not they expect you to, because they're going to do a lot of favors for you over here. They may cook, invite you over to eat, and then, oh, don't worry about it. Just make sure you return that favor. Even if you're in America, it don't matter, but especially over here. Remember, we're guests. The first thing I said was, don't criticize the country in front of Filipinos. I don't care how apparent it is. I don't care how evident it is. I don't care how right you are. Don't do it. They take pride in their country. You're a guest here. What does it look like? You come to my house. Oh, man, your house is dirty. You got roaches over here. Look at that old stove you got. Your roof is leaking. You're not going to be asked back, man. Yeah, see, this makes a lot of sense. But this is what I've been saying for the longest. He says, I planned my retirement for years because, listen, the guys on my channel, man, we're accomplished. I'm just telling you that we are. People like Sam Champion, John Gomez, Dana Milton, we paid our dues. We retired from the military. We've got successful businesses. We retired from the factory after 30, 35 years, the post office and all of that. But for some reason, when we get over here, we lose our damn minds. We're very successful in our own countries. But let me finish what he said. He says, and money would not be a problem. And when you connect with a woman in the Philippines, that's when the real challenge begins. It does. See, here's another 35 years in retirement. These guys are accomplished, man. But when we get over here, we go crazy, man. You can't reach people. You know, the woman got your nose wide open. I've got guys over here now, man. I don't care what you say. The woman is running their life. Look, I didn't come over here for that. See, and that's a fact. I didn't come over. You ain't gonna run my life. You know, I'm sorry. Nope. He says, I'm listening to hear you loud and clear. I'm not saying come over here and be a monk. But I'm just saying, at least know the game. At least know what's being played over here. When you get over here and all these beautiful women basically are at your disposal, you got to think, this is where your common sense comes in. Like, what's this going to cost me? I'm not talking about money, because it's going to cost you money no matter what. You know, what's this going to cost me? I mean, you know, man, I've had women over here. You just wouldn't believe it, man. You know, and in my day, I ate it up, man. But as I've gotten older, I'm like, man, I ain't gonna take advantage, you know, of this woman. You know, I don't want this on my conscience, you know. So I let it go, and then, you know, she's gonna do what she's gonna do anyway. These are grown women, but I don't want it on my conscience because I know it's not going anywhere, really. You know, Philip Jones said province women have had a hard life. You give them a good life, then try to take that away. Now you just engage their family, which could make you disappear in the swamp. We think for some reason everybody wants a province woman without even knowing what a province woman is. You've never been to the province. You haven't been to the Philippines, but you want a province woman because you listening to these old crazy bloggers over here. I'm telling you, be careful what you wish for over here. You think you're going to meet some old dumb woman barefoot walking around in the damn river all day looking for shells. You got another thing coming, man. These women are running everything up there in the province, man. Cooking, cleaning, washing, you know, making something out of nothing. And then here you come along with all your fancy talk and all of that, thinking, oh, well, yeah, I'm just going to run over top of her. Like I said, she'll cut your dick off, man. It happens all the time. You know, but we want a province woman. And just like he said, you try to leave them alone, and you're going to see. I told you I dealt with a woman for 2 days, and she was going to have me blacklisted because already in her mind, I'm the savior. The minute she said, you know, lured me in, you know, with that nice looking skin and beautiful body and all that, whatever you want to do to me, front was backwards, upside down. You know, let's do it while we're doing the hula hoop and everything like that. Once you jump in that, buddy, you're stuck in there. 2 days, the lady. Oh, you used me. I'm going to have you blacklisted. I'm going to put it on Facebook. Let everybody know you over here taking advantage of Philippines. Scared me to death. Taught me a lesson, man. You know, I mean, really, it really did. I just want to share it with y'all. He says, well, I'm not going to have another beauty contest. I'm not going to do that, Robert. I threw that out because I'm not going to play along with that. I'm not going to do it. Even though it was successful, if you say, hey, you know, you ask the woman who won that 10,000 pesos was really good to her, I'm just not going to do it. You know, I don't want to be a part of that. I know what's going on over here. I don't want to be a part of it. It doesn't mean that's going to stop. I'm just not going to be a part of it. That's all I'm saying. It's going to keep going. I'm not, you know, one monkey don't stop no show. Yeah, if you want to be henpecked, might as well stay in the States. Well, I gave the analogy the last live stream. I said, we will put up with a lot of stuff over here because of who it's coming from. You're not going to put up with that with Big Shirley over there. But when you got a little 4'11", 100-pound beauty queen over here, huh, that's knocking your damn socks off every damn night, you'll put up with it, you know, until you get tired of it. Yeah, Yeah, see, and this is a fact right here. This is what I was saying in my last live stream. Once you care for the woman, it's a different ball game. But you're not gonna care for her the minute you get here. Once you care about her, I ain't talking about love. I'm talking about care about her and what's going on with her, whether she's eating or not. You know, when you start caring about her well-being, then you start doing something about it. And that's only going to be from being around her and seeing how she's a good person. You know, it's just like Merlin. I've seen it, you know, she worked hard when I met her, all the way up until maybe about a year ago. When I, you know, came to the realization, I said, hell, these people aren't paying you. You need to quit working, you know. Yeah, Phil Jones says, I've seen a girl 25 years old cut the neck of a pig with no expression on her face. 2 days later, she snaps the neck of two chickens. That's life there. Yeah, but we think we're just going to push over. See, that's Western supremacy. We think because we come from all these fancy, advanced surroundings, it makes us superior. Man, these women, man, I'm going to tell you, man, they'll chew you up and spit you out. Yeah, he said that's why we have to take our time. But we're not going to take our time. Brock's 100 national parks to visit in the Philippines. Once you put your dick in that trap, you don't have a choice. You don't have a chance after that. You don't have a chance after that. And that's what they want you to do. If you come over here and, you know, like I said, all you got to do is go like this. All the clothes fly off. She jumps in the bed, legs come open. You know, if you be like, put your damn clothes on. You know, I just got here. Let me take a shower at least. Then you're going to see, you may have a chance. David S. says, called entrapment. Give you a cake and accuse you of using her. That's part of the trap. Well, that's the trap she used on me. But that trap is, you know, I'm going to give you everything, but just a price you're going to pay. You just too stupid enough to know what the price is. And it's high. It's expensive. Okay. Another thing we could do over here, and I see Filipinos doing this all the time, but I want you to do it. Give up your seat on the bus or the ferry. And also, don't sit in those first 3 rows of seats. Reserve those for elderly and disabled. They'll have it on the first 2 seats, but even that third one. Because other than that, man, they're going to have to walk all the way to the back of the bus. Remember, seniors go to the front in everything over here. Excuse me. Because it's no different than staying all night over somebody's house. It's no different, man. You're going to be reserved, right? You're not going to come in there like you own the place. So don't do it like that over here. Now, you said, can you just have a platonic relationship to start just companionship for dinner? Yeah, but she's going to go to somebody else. The women I'm talking about now, unless you meet a woman over here of your own ability, okay, and your own talent, where the game's not fixed, Alaska Vet, yeah. But when you meet on the dating site, it's already, the game is fixed. Okay, she's already going to serve you up with the home run. So there's nothing platonic. She's going to feel she's wasted her time. She's on there for a reason. She's not on there just to go out for dinner. Yeah, everything comes off. She jumps in the bed, legs open up. You're like, damn, let me take a shot at least. I mean, it's literally that easy. And, you know, when you first come over here, you're like, man, damn, you know, is it this easy? You know, you're so happy because you've never been with a woman so beautiful, so young, so tender, so beautiful before. You're blinded. Okay? You can't see in the dark. And then, once you become enlightened, man, you better hope it's the right one. But he says a lot. This makes a lot of truth. And when the guy asked me, he said, if you would have stayed single or not, right here, okay, he said, some of these guys need to just pay the bar fines and have a little fun before they start to be serious. Explore the place, talk to people, and observe. I'm not going to condone this, but I think you're exactly right. Because there's businesses over here for that. And I think that's probably for a lot of us, we're certainly going to come out a lot cheaper. Okay, that's for sure. So I saw something on one of the Facebook groups on me, and he says the only difference between sex that you pay for and sex that you get for free is the sex that you get for free is more expensive. Okay. I think a lot of us need to get that fire put out first. Are they going to get you over here? It's that simple. Yeah, just be respectful and considerate wherever it's basic. And that's true. But see, here's the thing. See, this sounds like a Filipino. You're only telling our side of the story. You're not telling your side of the story. See, you're not telling your side of the story. And this is what I wish more Filipinos would do. Let us inside of your head, but it will be detrimental. So I got to do the best I can. So I tell you my experiences. I can't do it better than a Filipino. They said be respectful. Of course, we're going to be respectful, but why is it that it's so easy when we come over here? The Filipinos aren't that easy. The men over here certainly don't get it that easy, unless they celebrities or something. Hey, thanks, Hybrid 711, man. I really appreciate it. He says, just paying my taxes, Sir Calvin. Thank you for that super sticker. Super chat. They put it all on us. Oh, just be respectful. Yeah, well, you be respectful. Tell me, what's really going on over here. What you really expect. Don't, act like you're the damn victim. And like, there's nothing that you're doing that you have no part in it. That's what makes me mad. It's been going on long before I got here. I'm gonna come back to you, Mike. Brock's 100 National Parks visit in USA. Thanks for that super sticker. Thanks everybody for your super stickers and thumbs up. W Secrets to Success, my buddy. He said, Cal, you hear that? You can't stop the rain from falling. Yeah. Remember, I can give out umbrellas though, brother. Would you rather walk through the rain with or without an umbrella? Keep them white gloves of yours clean. But Mike said, I'm going to do this, Mike, real quick. It's a good question. He said, run through the, here it is. He said, summarize the main etiquette points before you sign off. For those who are new to the stream. Okay, I will do that, and then I'll get Kamal. First of all, man, don't criticize the country in front of Filipinos, man. That's low class. We're supposed to be so civilized when we come over here. That's low class, guys, when you do that. I don't care how apparent it is. I don't care how evident it is. Don't do that, man. It's disrespectful. Sometimes, at least ask the neighbor to do the work that you need done. Ask them first. Hey, you know how to change these light bulbs in my security lights? I've got a leak under the sink. Can you fix that? Ask them first, your neighbors first. Yes, sir. No, ma'am, when it's appropriate. A lot of times, we're just as old as the old people over here. So that mono, whatever it is, a lot of times, just yes, sir, no, ma'am. Look people in the eyes when you speak to them, and speak to them, not at them or down on them. All right? Because we're not superior to people, okay? Remember, we're guests over here. Sometimes you might have to give your seat up on the bus or the ferry. Remember, seniors are held in high esteem in the Philippines. They get discounts. They go to the front of the line. On the bus, the first 2 rows are for seniors, but I say even that 3rd row, reserve that for seniors, guys. Give the right of way on the sidewalk or the hallway. Okay, just scoot on over, let them have it, when coming through. A lot of times, when you over here and you'll see it, they'll bump into you. And same as, let somebody get on the elevator first, or let them get out first. Just being a decent human being. When someone does you a favor here, make sure you return the favor, whether or not they expect you to. If somebody brings you a plate of food one night from a birthday party or something like that, make sure you return that favor, because they do that. If you're not able to make it to the birthday party, they'll make you a plate and bring it to your house, believe it or not. Let's see. Yeah, that's basically what it is. But thank you, Mike. That's a good idea. Will Smith said, Cal asked Merlin to come to the cam and say hello, and she ain't gonna do it. She's in there cooking something. Fresh Aloha says, hey brother, love your show. Look, the world is full of bad people. I get it, but the Filipino woman and culture is extremely more authentic and respectful than these Western women here in America. Absolutely. I'm not saying anything against Filipinos, guys. Don't misunderstand me. I'm talking about me. I said that easy thing is not attractive to me anymore like it used to be. And just because it's not attractive to me doesn't mean that it's going to stop or that you're wrong because you like it. I've been there on and off for 14 years. I've had my feel of easy. Okay. So that's all I'm saying. I love Filipino people. Of course, they're authentic. When you meet somebody over here, they're who they say they are. Over there, you'll have to meet a garbage collector and, oh, yeah, I'm a professor or whatever it is. But no, I don't speak, I'm just saying that, hey, booby, how many of them Choco sticks you going to eat? She's almost ate that whole box. I'm just saying, guys, that there's something on the other side of that easy that you need to be aware of. Because when you first come over here, a lot of guys watching me, they've never been here. See, it's the old heads who I get the pushback from because they say, oh, that's common sense. Why are you telling this to guys? Because they've never been over here before, man. Give them a break. Give them a break. They've never been here before. They don't know that when they get over here, that beautiful woman is sitting there, that's going to do everything they asked her to do. They don't know what's behind that. So let's help them. I'm not putting down anybody. It's already been there. Long before, oh yeah, Mono Poe. Yeah, that's it. Hey, Clarence, thanks for that super sticker. That's all I'm saying. TM says, I wish YouTubers would stop encouraging degenerates and the simps in coming here. YouTubers practically destroyed Colombia, had a bunch of trash coming into U.S., Canada, visiting, destroying the practicality of the dollar. Yeah, well, I don't think you got that to worry about. And you can't blame it on YouTubers. Hell, military was over here long before YouTubers. If the military can't destroy it, buddy, YouTubers certainly can't destroy it. Yeah, okay? You must have never been in the military before, because we will come somewhere and tear it up. If we didn't tear up the Philippines, it can't be tore up. And let me give you another fact. Filipinos aren't going to let you come over here and tear this place up. Okay? They will put you in your place real quick. All right? And one thing that this place has over Colombia, it's a far, far away. Okay? That's one thing that saves us over here. But no, don't blame it on YouTubers, man. I'm sorry, don't do that. I won't tolerate that. If the military can't tear up something, we surely can. I tell you that now. And the Filipinos aren't going to put up with that. I think they're going to just let you come over here with that. They got tricks for you over here. Okay? That you don't know about. I'll be trying to put y'all up on them, but all y'all want to do is push back on me. You know, I don't know the situation surrounding that Danish national down in Valencia. I do know they let him out of jail after killing, being accused, suspected of being involved in the killing of a prominent, of a member of a prominent family. They locked him up and let him out on a technicality. And he's, you know, he's having a walk with Jesus right now. But when you try to tell you guys this stuff, you don't listen. You know, it's that Western supremacy. We think you're gonna come over here and just take over this place over here. They got something over here for you guys. You know, so I just try to make you aware of it. The realist says, Cal, do you consider yourself a passport bro? I do. I consider myself part of that movement to help promote. I was a passport bro before, and I'm talking about, I ain't talking about long ago. I'm talking about, I'm always trying to encourage my friends and family to come over here to visit me. They won't do it. I've been doing it for a long time. No one's ever, taken me up on it. Hey, Will Sutton, he said, boots on the ground, the nitty gritty. Yeah, this guy comes on here, YouTube. Everybody wants a place to blame. Man, we're a small community over here, really. Most of the stories on YouTube are the sugar-coated stories. They're not stories like mine. But now, you know, I don't know where we get the impression that Filipinos are pushovers. You know, I don't know where we get that. I don't know where we get that. You know, they don't need the YouTubers to stop. To, you know, they're very capable of protecting themselves and policing themselves. I don't even get the trolls. You know, if I was doing something wrong over here, don't you know they would know it. They would shut me down a long time ago. They don't need y'all's help. Fresh Aloha says, hey, Cal, what I love about your show is that in your videos, you have a beautiful way of trying to truly help people. We need 20 million more cows in the world. Yeah, I mean, it's real easy to help people over here. I don't care where you are. I was helping people long before I came to the Philippines. Look me up, man. I walked from Louisville, Kentucky to Lexington, Kentucky. Okay. To pay tribute to the millions of nameless and faceless Africans and Black people in America whose shoulders we stand on, you know, whose love, courage, and sacrifice blaze the trail for the life I'm living now. I had asked anybody that knows me in Louisville, Kentucky, how many programs I had, you know, raffling off. I gave 2 single mothers living in the project who were attending the University of Louisville, I gave them $500 scholarships a long time ago. I raffled off our used van, $10 per ticket to raise that money. I've been doing this, man, for going on 25 years. So wherever I go, I'm going to help somebody, you know, because when you help other people, you help yourself. That's the only reason I'm standing here with the life I'm living today. I mean, honestly. Fake cop now. Well, once a Cal, you're so full of wisdom and knowledge about the Philippine culture. I just want to say thank you and keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. And, you know, I'm going to say that, but really, I've only scratched the surface. This country over here, man, is as old as the earth. I mean, there's so much I don't know about the Philippines. I share with you my experiences, what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing, because I don't want you to be ambushed when you come over here. Because a lot of the vlogs, man, they don't really tell you what to look out for. Wait, Booby done locked the door. See, that's a bad habit Booby's got, locking that door. Over here with the lotion. That Aveeno lotion, it costs 1,000 pesos per bottle. Thank you, Luis Martinez, for bringing that over here, because Otherwise, we don't buy. It's too expensive. Now imagine you go to Walmart in Louisville, Kentucky. I can buy it. Let me see that. Honey. Let me see that. Now, believe it or not, it's big. Whatever the size is, it's bigger than this. You get two of these in one pack and a small one for $14.99. Just say 750 pesos. Over here, first of all, they're not going to sell it this big. The smaller version here will cost you 1,025 pesos. No, and even if she did, I wouldn't turn you on to it. He said, "Does your wife have a younger sister? I need a young lady." I think, knowing what I know now, I don't believe I would introduce. I wouldn't hook up anybody. You know, you got to pick your own poison over here. I'm certainly not going to introduce you to anybody. But more than likely, it's not going to work. Okay? Clarence says, yeah, bro, you just need to behave over here. They don't play. As I said before, you can have a good life here if you follow the rules, period. The end. Peace. I couldn't have said any better. You know, that's about as simple as it's going to get. But we want to bring all our foolishness over here. And we see how easy it is. We think it's us. Or we think, oh, they're so easy because they're inferior. We don't realize, I'm trying to tell you, there's a game behind it. So we come over here and we just start abusing women and the culture and everything, man. It gets you in trouble. He said, what's the best time to talk to a woman online? Probably in the morning, your time, which will be the evening, her time. Because in the morning, you know, a lot of the women that you're talking to, they have jobs online. So they're already they get up early in the morning. They'll get up at 5 o'clock to make it to an 8 o'clock job. So if you call them in the morning, they're not going to be online. They're not going to talk to you. So talk to them in the morning, your time, the evening, their time, when they got off from work and all of that. See? And yeah, he's right. He said, Brock, you never know who's really on the other end. He said, I don't like the balloons magically appearing in U.S. airspace. The overturned train with all the Kims burning, something like death up as they are distractions to what is really happening. Yeah. And you make a point there. See, because friendly fire has always been a part of the U.S. foreign policy, man. You know, look at the Vietnam War and all of that, you know, when they, what was that? The Bay of Tonkin or something? All of that stuff, man, you know. Oh, no, don't give a, no. Don't do this, okay? Yeah, it's bad etiquette. But I'm glad you asked this question. Is it bad etiquette to give a tip to a fast food worker? Do they expect it? It isn't even necessary. Yeah, it's not necessary, guys. Don't do that. You go to Jollibee or McDonald's, don't do that, man. That's cringy. You couldn't help make them. You certainly going to embarrass them. But I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, any other kind of restaurant or something like that. Yeah, but a fast food worker, man, don't do that, guys. You probably going to end up getting them in trouble, and everybody's watching and say, Cal, I could see you getting a TV show on local Philippine network. But you know, I wouldn't doubt anything over here, okay? Because it's not like in America, man. You know, the sky really is the limit for us over here. To be honest with you. Yeah, you know, I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing. Then you get over and get your head busted, and then you're going to blame it on me anyway. You know, it is easy. But you got to talk to the people. You can't come over and just think they're going to run and fall at your feet. But other than that, it's as easy here to get a woman as it is anywhere. And I'm not talking about all women. I'm talking about the women on these dating sites who have already purposely put themselves in front of you to be recognized. Okay, these are the ones with the flashing red lights on their head. Okay, they've already got expectations. They already got a plan. The plan is just like millions of other Filipinos that's on land. I'm going to meet a foreigner. He's going to whisk me away to a new land and a new life. Okay? They already know what to do. If they didn't, if it wasn't fixed, if it wasn't a script, then how can you explain thousands upon thousands of men coming over here getting the same treatment when the Filipino man doesn't get anything that resembles that unless he's a celebrity? Because if you're a celebrity over here, they'll swoon over you just like they do certain foreigners. Hey, Rad Clyde says, continue your journey, big bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. He said, Cal, when you keep saying Western supremacy, you sound racist against white people. Race, come on, man. Don't. Okay, listen. This is foolish. I'm from the West. You can be Asian from the West. You know, this is, okay, this is the ignorance that I won't tolerate on my channel. Even if I said white supremacy, would I be lying? We're all affected. The whole world is affected by white supremacy. Even white people. It doesn't mean every white person I meet is bad. But I'm talking about Western supremacy. Look it up. If you, it's not my invention, dude. Okay? You just saying. Well, you need to read more. Red Hat Mike. You need to read more and get off the internet with this foolishness. You act like I made up that name. There is something called Western supremacy. Okay? And you come over here with it. We all come over here with it. We think because we earn more money over there and we come from an advanced country and our standard of living is higher, it makes us superior to other people. That's facts. So if you don't agree with it, I'm sorry. Keep scrolling. I'm not gonna, crazy. I'm talking about a white people. It ain't got nothing to do with white people. Yeah, it's got something to do with Westerners. I don't care if you're London. Somebody messaged me the other day. A guy from Germany was in Starbucks. Him and his family had already been served their food. He's acting a damn fool. And the Filipino family that he's with, they're cringing. They're looking like, they're terrified. That's Western supremacy. Like, man, look, you on our turf, you follow the rules over here. Yeah, they may be different than what they are over in your country, but there are rules. Don't come over here trying to be different. Crazy. Western supremacy. You sound racist against white. It's Western influence. No. It's Western supremacy, dude. Look it up. He said, what happened to that guy that said that women were going to chase him at the airport? Well, he's like a lot of us, John. We come in here with, like that guy said, 50 million dancers in a big old band announcing our arrival. But then we leave out the back like a damn church mouse. He snuck out of here, but he didn't want help. He was terrified just to even, he stayed in my guest house. He woke me up out of my sleep. I'm thinking like, well, maybe the water's off over there or something. Maybe he wants to be let out of the gate or something. He comes over to me with his phone. Hey, Cal, she said hi. What should I say back? I looked at him like, man, if I had some liquid fire, pour it in your face. Just say hi, man. I punched hi in the damn and shoved the phone back at him. So, so he's back in Nova Scotia. Yeah, Western supremacy is real. What the hell are you talking about? Well, see, you're going to do the same thing, dude. You can't knock him for it. You're going to do the same thing once you start caring about a woman over here. If you care about somebody, you're not going to see them down like that. If you're going to see, when I met Marilyn, she had a used motorcycle. It was nice because Marilyn takes good care of her stuff. But she couldn't afford it. So I paid it out for her. And then I said, okay, you deserve something better than this. If you're gonna be with me, because I care, I saw how she was out there, ripping and running. You need a better bike. So I bought her a better bike. Yeah, he said the redhead Mike clown should turn his mega head around and show his true colors. Absolutely. Yeah, he said that's the thinking of a Tonga. See, he don't come on here with that because we'll turn him up. But yeah, you're gonna do it too when you start caring about somebody over here. You're not gonna see your woman struggling like that, even if you're not living together. You're gonna make sure she eats every day, and if she got kids, the kids are gonna eat because that's the least you can do. I mean, for the easy life she's gonna give you. All right. I mean, it's just not. He said, Mike, I think Cal is referring to geography supremacy. Well, like I said, guys, to make it clear, it's called Western supremacy. All you got to do is Google it now while I'm on the live stream. Just Google it. It's not my invention, guys. Since when we come from these advanced nations, we look down on these other countries, man, and we do. Think we're better than other people. He said, oh, I missed the last few. It's funny, but it's true. Yeah, sounds like a weirdo. Yeah. I punched it. I said, here, man, there, just say hi back to her. I punched it in her form, man. Man, hell, yeah, I got sleep in the corners of my eyes. I'm tired. Yeah. He comes over there knocking on the door like it's an emergency, like it's a 911 emergency. I run to the door. She said hi. What should I say back? Oh, man. Y'all think I make this stuff up, but I don't. What's up, Anthony? Absolutely. It's the same thing, man. Come on. Okay, now he said, okay. I don't believe this, first of all, because if you really did that, then why would you be trying to put down another man who's over here, by the way, living with his Filipina? He says, I've been sending two Filipinas $1,000 a month for a year. One is 21, the other's 20, 22 or 29. Which one you think I should pick to date? I am not in the Philippines yet. Just sign yourself into the nearest psychiatric hospital, dude. You're sending over here two women 1,000 a month already. Just sign yourself on in. Hey, oh, receipt the beast. Hey, Cal, love your channel. Thank you. Yeah, let me say something, man. My brother-in-law died, man, from my first marriage, man. And me and him were close. My daughter texted me this morning when I got first text I got. He said, Daddy, Uncle Joe died. That's her uncle. And it really floored me, man. This guy was a musician. He had some, he had, some cloudy past. He was a big time drug dealer before when I was using. And he would take good care of me. But he changed his life around. He got in church. He started, he was a hell of a musician, singer, songwriter. And when I had my clothing business and jewelry business, he bought one of my top customers. Him and my brother Kim that passed away. But yeah, he died today, man. And I was really shy. I mean, it really been on my mind today. Yeah, the older one at 229. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Anna. And that's all I'm trying to get guys to do is, just know what it is that you're walking into over here. Filipinos aren't stupid, man. They're part of the world. They're part of the earth. Yeah, he's a troll. I hope you got rid of him. He said mental illness is real in the world. It is. Yeah, he said $1,000 every 2 months to two Filipinos. What's wrong with you, man? You crazy. Sign yourself in somewhere and take it easy, man. Make a few. What they do when you're in them places? Make a few damn puzzles and knit a few damn pair of socks and get your damn head together. Sending all that money over here like that. But he wouldn't be the first one, man. I've got a subscriber that sent 20 million over here. Y'all think it's a joke? It's not. He never would tell me where he got the 20 million to begin with. What's up, 2019? Said forget sending money. Period. Yeah, because you're gonna need the money over here. Okay. And you're gonna spend it when you get here. Spend it when you can taste, touch, and smell it. That's the only time, I'm not gonna pay for your grandmother's, ankle surgery and all that old crazy stuff, because they come up with these sob stories. I'm not paying for any of that. People are crazy. Yeah, man, he was a real good guy, man. I don't have number fond memories of him. Let's pray he's talking about pesos. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, man. Really. Grammy, how you pronounce it? Grammy Cross says, just enjoy my month vacation in the Philippines, but unfortunately leave on Thursday, and son crying saying he doesn't want to go home to New Zealand. Wow. Man, I know the feeling, man. I cried my first couple of times here. Even if as long as I've been over here and I know the Philippines isn't going anywhere, I can come back at any time. I would still, man, get that old lump in my throat. My eyes will start welling up like this place is going to just pick up and move. I don't know, man. It's just something that happens to people over here, man. This is a special place. All the earth is special. This is no less special. Yeah, it's my brother-in-law, man. I don't have number fond memories of him. He would have loved the Philippines, okay? Because he loved young women over there. He been a drug dealer and stuff. He was only in his 60s, man. He was in the fourth quarter, guys. Y'all think I'm joking about that. Well, I appreciate it, Anna. The Filipino people have been good to me, and I could never pay them back for what they did for me, because when I came over here, man, I was literally on my respirator. My life was on a respirator. I crawled into the Philippines. I was in bad shape, man. This was my last hope, really. Okay? When I got here in 2009, and certainly when I got here in 2018, but the love and the kindness that they've shown me over here, man, all I can do is be on my best behavior and try to give back. But it just dawned on me that, technically I was taking advantage of women over here, technically, even though they were grown and even though they were, it was consensual, man. Really, I knew what I was dealing with. Hey, the connector says, always good to sit back and watch Cal on the big screen. Hey, Frank Tate said, laugh my ass off. Yeah, he needs to knit a few. That's a lot of money, man. Yeah. He needs electric shock therapy. Yeah, we need something, man. He said, if 1,000 could come to me, I wouldn't object. Oh, man. That's funny, man. Hey, thank you. I was raised like that, Anna. We didn't have a lot growing up. We were poor. Well, we were broke coming up. But we wasn't poor, man. We never went without. We were broke. He said, sending $1,000 to a man, girl. Yeah, why do they call them lady boys when these are like little boys running around with makeup on? These are grown ass men. They call them lady men from now on. Something, guys. We got to change that. I don't know, lady boy. A damn lady man. I've never seen a little boy running around with makeup on and high heels. There's always some old ass man with stubble on his damn face because, you know, now if you go to Thailand, when I went to the mall, ask Eric Terry, they had some type of pageant going on. And for the longest, I didn't know it was men. And then, you know, it was when he said, Calvin, those are men. I said, are you sure? And we walked right up on him, man. And you talking about some beautiful ass men. I'm like, but you very seldom see that over here. All you see over here, they usually just men with long hair and booty shorts, man. You know, I hate to say it. I'm sorry. You know. Yeah, Zamboanga is not a bad place, really. But you know, if you have a need to go, then go, man. But don't be going down there, man, meddling. I knew people. I had a base down there. When I went up to the store, no matter if it was on the Muslim side of town or the Christian side of town, people knew me. They was used to seeing me there. But you end up in the wrong neighborhood over there. Okay, Bronx 100 national parks and visit in the USA. 100 national parks to visit in the USA. Is it that easy to follow once you're there? Absolutely. How do we focus on the land? It's going to be hard, man. You know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, indulging as long as you're respectful, as long as consensual, because you don't have to rape anybody over here, but it's easy to fall. We've all done it. You know, I've only met 2 guys in all of my 14 years that's literally come over here, took care of their business and went home and didn't fool with anybody. Now, one of them, I'm going to say which one, was tempted though. He almost broke down. But, you know, you can do anything for 2 weeks. I would challenge W to stay over here for 3 months and try to go celibate. It won't happen, W. I'm sorry. Kamal said, geez, I thought New Zealand is a gym. Well, it is, you know, but when you come somewhere different, you come outside of there. It's like America's a beautiful place for real. But if you live there your whole life, like I did, and then you come outside of that bubble and you discover, man, there's more beauty out here. He said the man girls is real and very active. Be safe on Facebook. Yeah, but yeah, I can tell. But these women, these men, sorry. No, y'all were men. I'm sorry. They look just like women, man. You know, I mean, it was uncanny, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, it was shocking to me, you know, because you see that stuff on, you know, with filters and on Facebook and stuff like that. But when you see it up close and you still can't tell, but the only thing can tell, you see that straight cut of the elbow, you see that, the hands, and then you can look in their eyes because, you know, man just has a different, his face is different. He said, how's the air quality in the Philippines? In San Carlos City, it's beautiful. I mean, it's wonderful, man. You see me while I was walking around my video yesterday, that's nothing but fresh air. There's not a whole lot of factories and stuff around here. Hey, Leah. She said, watching for Cayenne Valley. Cayenne Valley. Now, Alaska Vet, what you got to realize when you go to Cebu, certainly Manila, you know, the quality of the air is going to come down. But I thought when I looked up air quality in the Philippines as a whole, I thought I was going to find that the Philippines was way down the list, but it's not. Because once you get out of those big cities like that, those urban cities, the Philippines is like a big farm, man. It is. It's like a big province. I mean, it's, you know, he said, some Pina hit me up on Facebook. He said, glad you made it out the Matrix, Cal. You're truly shining light, man. I barely made it out, the conductor. I mean, in the nick of time. I couldn't convince my wife how bad it was, you know, because she had been over in America. Of course, you know, to her credit, it was like her living over here her whole life. She had to get out. She get out in America, and then she, you know, blossoms over there. And she's like, I don't want to go back, but she didn't tell me. If she'd have told me, I don't know. I don't know. But she should have been honest with me. Maybe things could have worked out. But yeah, I was in a bad shape, man. I had to get out of there, man. Tim West says, I think my first trip to the Philippines, I wouldn't worry about dating since it would be my first visit. Maybe a 2-week vacation for my first time experience seems good. See how well I like it. Well, then stay off the dating sites, okay? Because if you're on those dating sites, somebody's going to catch your eye. And somebody's going to be, when you say, hey, can you meet me at the airport? They're going to say, yeah. Okay. And, because, I'm like, I didn't realize, I was so naive when I was coming over here the first few times. I would think I would have to trick them to come with me. So I would say stuff like, just make sure you bring a few things because we're going to go on vacation, right? Meaning, we're going to be staying in the same hotel room. Not realizing that she's already all in, you know. He said, huge Adam's apple. You don't have to trick them. Well, there's nothing really wrong with it. What they're doing. I just want to make people aware of it. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. He says at Calvin, we visited Zamboanga because of my sister-in-law and her boyfriend family. We knew people there. Yeah, that's really the best time I would go. It's some nice places there. Especially that Santa Cruz Island. You're not afraid to go there, which now more and more Filipinos are going there. It seems to be safe. It is safe. But in 2010, when I was there, I was like, hey, let's go. They didn't want to go, because you have to hire the armed guard to go with you and all of that. Yeah, he's selling the snake oil. He said no Adam's apple below the waist. Yeah, I mean, see, here's the thing about what it's like. Okay, look at me. You see that, I'm a black man in America. I can't hide that. There's no way I can hide that, even if I tried. Okay, I can say, oh, I'm from, Papua New Guinea or whatever. They still gonna look at me as black. So if I'm gay, nobody will ever know. Why do you have to come out and tell people that you're gay? And then you're going to face, the discrimination you're going to face. Okay, I get it. I'm not going to discriminate. I'm not homophobic. If somebody discovers that you're gay, then yeah, there should be laws against it. But if you're out there parading and stuff like that, I'm like, well, what's the point? Why are you putting that out there like that? I could never figure this out. Okay, is it like to say, okay, I'm gay? Is it pushing it in my face and say, okay, I'm gay? I don't care what you think. Because, I mean, why should you being gay have anything to do with me? The less I know, the better off I am. Yeah, he said, yeah, there are lady boys here, Anthony, but not like in Thailand. It's like a culture over there, and it's like they have shows, and like I said, they had a pageantry when we were in the mall. You see that every now and then. They have a contest here, but it's a spectacle there, man. I mean, you really have to be careful because when I read the book Private Dancer, see, a lot of the transgender, they're really transgender over. They've had the sex change, but they call them something else. Satongs, or they call them something. And you really got to be careful because you don't really know unless they tell you. They've had the operation. They look just like women, man. And then you fall in love and also because I was okay because W sent me a picture one time, right? because he's part of this Passport Bro movement channel on Facebook. And the minute he sent me the picture with the guy, I said, hey, man, that's a man he's with. Look at them broad ass shoulders and all of that. And, you know, and he was like, oh, man, I wonder if he knows it's a man. He probably does. Yeah, it's okay to be who I am. See, I can't, you know, I'm who I am. So, you know, but I mean, if I knew that I was going to face all that discrimination, I don't care how many laws you pass, it's not going to change people's attitudes, man. When they signed what was it? The 13th Amendment or something, the free slaves, did that change people's attitudes toward black people in America? It didn't. Only thing gonna change that is when you come in contact with other people and you right in their space. And then you can, if you open-minded enough to form your own opinion of people, that's what it's going to take. See, I didn't have a choice. When I was in the 7th grade, they started busing in Louisville, Kentucky. So whether I was ready to deal with white people or not, I didn't have no choice, but I'm glad I did, because it was like, you know, the boogeyman, it was like, you know, the boogeyman, and then it's like, okay, now I know the boogeyman's under the bed. It ain't no big deal to me. You know, I'm glad that I did. He says it's 2 weeks enough time to see the lay of the land. I would say no. I would say now, Monroe Anderson came over here. I think he was here for 4 weeks. He saw a lot. He even came here and visited me. He went to Cebu. He went to Baguio. He went to several places. I would say at least a month. But in 2 weeks, you can see at least, depending on how much money you want to spend now, you can see at least all 3, you know, regions of the Philippines. You start in Luzon, Visayas region, then come down to Mindanao, because all 3 has, it's, you know, just spectacular beaches and different things like that, attractions. You go down to Surigao Island, Surigao, whichever one, I still don't know which is which. That's in Mindanao, northern Mindanao, or Ducac. Or then you go into, of course, in the Visayas, where I live, you got all kind of places to go to. Boracay, then you go into the, you even got the eastern Visayas, Bilaran and all those places like that. Southern Lady. Then, of course, you got Mindanao. You got so many, I mean, Luzon, so many places up there. But I'd at least try to visit each main island. But it's not going to be enough for you to see the lay of the land. No. He said Baguio was my first choice. It's too hot everywhere else. I like the heat, though, to be honest with you. He said, Calvin, why did you pick the fields over Thailand? He said, friend is traveling in Southeast Asia. He's in the Philippines now. Said the women are out of this world beautiful, but that he won't return, not his cup of tea. Well, when I came over here, and I tell the story all the time, when I first decided to come to the Philippines, I never really considered Thailand. When it was either, I could have went to either one. I had heard about the Philippines because I was in the Navy. I'd never been here before. And the Philippines really chose me because I was supposed to have traveled around the world. I came to the Philippines first, and I've been stuck here. And it's not, you got to realize these places are so close together that you can enjoy both of them if you want. I don't know why do they always try to, I guess because of the woman aspect, but it's like comparing, you know, apples to bananas. If you're going to compare Thailand to somewhere, man, you have to compare it to America. You can't compare it to the Philippines, but I tell you this, the Philippines is not saturated with tourists like Thailand. There's a lot of Westerners over there. If you try and escape that Western attitude from where you are, and then you go to Thailand, you're going to run smack into it. I mean, I'm part of a group, man. I've never seen so many, I mean, women. I didn't even know so many Western women were going to Thailand. And, you know, they got and they bring their attitudes with them. I don't even want to be nowhere near that. That's why I'm staying here. I've been to Thailand. I love it. I'm going back. But I know eventually I'm gonna run into that attitude, man, because they had put a video up on the Facebook group, man. It made me mad. You know, it's a bunch of sisters. And they talking about the man. You know, he made a video, a short video. It wasn't but about a minute and a half. He was just showing off his new relationship. He said, hey, look, man, you know, you know, he's trying to give people some hope. Like, look at the, you know, the options that you have out here. And blah, blah, blah. Oh, they cut him up one side and down the other. Oh, look at him. He's like a child and on Christmas, opening up a package and, you know, it's cringy and all that. And I'm like, come on, man. You know, they took the post down, but that's what I don't want in the, that's what I don't want to run into. Okay. Yeah. Hey, this is a fact. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And my mother's a black woman. My daughter's a black woman. I have nothing against black women, but black American women and that old, those unreasonable expectations. That's why I speak up against them when men bring them over here. I can't deal with it, man. You talking about circling the wagon? They're all over there, man. I'm like, wow, I didn't know it. It's good to see women traveling out because remember I did the video, guys. What men can learn from women, they do it a whole lot better than we do it. These women, man, they be living. I mean, they live high when they go over there. I mean, it's like they don't care about the cost of living. They're not trying to. Budgeting is not part of it for them. They living in these high fancy places. I'm on the Facebook group and I'm looking at it. I'm like, man, they really traveling. One lady's, you know, in this luxury boat driving it. And I'm like, but, you know, I just don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with the attitude. You know, but Thailand is, you know, it's a nice place, man. You know, I never put Thailand down. I was just telling y'all what I saw on Soy 6. This is a small part of Pattaya. And it's a very small part of Thailand because when you fly into Bangkok, it's like flying into one of the, you know, most modern cities on the planet. I mean, there's nothing there that you can't do. I mean, there's really nothing there that you can't do. Everything that you, now, you know, I say it over here, you know, people talk about the infrastructure. There's nothing that you're trying to do that you can't do in the Philippines, okay? But you can do it on the same level in Thailand as you're doing it wherever you're from. But it's a lot of foreigners over there. Yeah, my last name. I don't know if that's important, man, because when I do that stuff, guys, you know, you got people looking me up and stuff. A guy did that before, not realizing there's so many Calvin Roaches. And, you know, he made me mad because I said, hey, why did you do that? You know, I've got a nephew named Calvin Roach. I was named after my uncle named Calvin Roach. He was in Philadelphia. He recently passed away. Yeah, he says, can we get a like for the live stream before you click to another video? Yeah, guys, we got about 7 minutes. I want to thank everybody, as always, for coming on here, joining me. It's been a good live stream. The meet and greet is going to be off the chain, man. It's going to get big and bigger, man. If you're here in Cebu, Dumaguete, Bacala, anywhere in that region, Ilo, man, stop on through. You know, you come by yourself, bring your woman. You know, people respect you, you know, and I know if there's a guy watching, he's worried about that. No one's going to hit on your wife, man. I don't play that stuff, you know, but it's going to be a lot of, you know, a lot of drinking, a lot of dancing, and a lot of socializing, you know. And that's a fact. Michael Beach of Life will tell you, he came to the last one. It's good to be around like-minded people, man, when you're overseas. It takes a lot of edge off, guys. You need it. You know, the guy that I'm talking about, hell, he's been over here almost a year. Next month will be a year. He hasn't even met any expats. Imagine, he's just sitting around his woman all day. You know, I have to be honest. Don't nobody want your woman but you, to be honest with you. Oh, man. See, thanks, Moochie T. Said, hey, Cal, active shooter situation at my alma mater, Michigan State University. Only injury reported so far, and the shooters loose. Wow. I live a few miles away. Crazy times, brother. Yeah, seems like that's all what's going on so much over there. I was just reading where they arrested a 14-year-old for killing a 17-year-old. And I don't know, man. It's just, you just don't hear about that stuff over here, man. Not as much as you do over there. And then if it does make the news, they don't keep it in the news stream for a whole week or 2 weeks. It's in there, then it's gone. They got good stories in the news over here. It's good to pick up the newspaper or click on Inquirer.net, Sunstar, Fieldstar, Manila Times, Visayan Star. What's the other one? Cebu. What's that one? Is it Cebu? Oh, it's not Cebu Star. There's a lot of stars over here. And read some feel-good stories, man, because you get tired of that junk all the time. You know, and then what I really like about the Philippines, they still get, remember the old editorial part of the paper? They still got that here, man. I like that, man. I love to read it. It's like they have like 4 or 5 reporters, and every day it's a different subject. They talk about something, whether it's the government or anything like that. He said the voice gives them away. Yeah, that's a fact. I got to agree with you there. But see, I love Mexico. I was talking with Marilyn the other day. I went to, I won a trip to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So, no, it was the second trip I won in my insurance career. And the people treated us so good. I don't know if because we were on that resort. And so I went to 2 places in Mexico, Cancun and Playa del Carmen, before I ever came to the Philippines. But when I came to the Philippines, it's like, man, something's familiar to me. And it was Mexico. I mean, the people were so friendly there to us, man. You know, and of course the nice beaches and everything. And, you know, Mexicans and Filipinos, you know, they were colonized by the same people, so they got a lot of the same blood. But yeah. Intech once said Calvin choosing the Philippines because of the English, the ease for visas, and there's a Christian values. That's why I picked it over Thailand. Not the party type of guy. I do not think Thailand would be for me. See, then you make a great point, man. It just depends on who you are. I don't know why we compare these 2 places. When you compare, you can't compare 2 places or 2 people without tearing one down. It's impossible to do that, you know. But I'm not a party guy either. If you like partying, if you like, you know, different things like that, then you're going to go to Thailand. But he says something in here that I've always said, the ease for visas. See, nobody's going to beat the Philippines in Southeast Asia or anywhere else. Okay, they came up with a genius plan to keep you over here, to keep people over here. And I would say, even though they have less tourists, I guarantee those tourist dollars is up there with those countries that have more tourists, because the Philippines is going to hit you for 3 years. You may only go to Thailand one time and never come back. You know, so it's a lot of reasons why I stay over here. I'm welcome here. You know, I'm welcome here. And the language does make a difference. Even though, you know, the people here, they're going to speak their own language. You don't blame them, do you? But I can read the signs and everything. The signage is in English. And most of the people that you run into, they're going to speak some English. But here lately, the further I get away from the cities, the less likely people are going to pick up on your English, unless, you know, they're professionals or something. but there's really no reason to really. Unless they want to further their career or something like that. I'm in the Philippines, so speak Filipino. But yeah, he makes a lot of great points here. It's just whoever you are, guys, and whatever you're looking for. But I just don't want to play all those games to stay in Thailand. You get 45 days, then you got to leave and come back. This is not enough time for me, man. Imagine I left in June to do my June of 2022 to do my visa run, man. It's almost a year. It don't seem like that long, man. I don't want to be up and leaving every 45 minutes. So thank y'all so much. The time is up, man. I really appreciate all your support, your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up. Let's come here or wherever you're going and be ambassadors. That's the only way things are going to get better around the world for us. If we become true ambassadors, man. Sometimes I'm the only black man that Filipinos ever meet in their life. So they go away with a better view of black people than what you see on TV. Okay, and that's all I'm saying, man. That's why I wanted to come up with this topic today. And maybe the next time these new guys can get on here with me because they were interested, man. So take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.